Another week. Guess what? More drifters! So this week on Driftland Drift Garage we have Tony the jet skis E36 323. It's in for gearbox change and changing the coolant system. We also have some of our Driftland school car preparation, so just maintenance and a couple of changes on them just to keep them nice and reliable for the drift school. We've also got Craig's M52 compact in. Craig's car, he was using it at a private hire the other day, it was making a weird noise. Turns out to be the fuel tank strap has failed, so I think I'm going to make one of them. So yeah, I'll get that done. Aside from that, just fixing drift cars, same as always.
School car number 9, this originally came in with an oil leak. We'd done an investigation, there was a lot of oil underneath the inlet manifold, so we cleaned all that up, done a test drive on it, and realised it was leaking from the oil filter housing, which they're quite common for. So stripped it down, replaced the gasket, cleaned it up, put new washers and that on, and built it back up, and then that's it all done now. So this should be good to get used again for the next experience.
This is Craig's little compact. I believe this has been in the vlog before. Craig's been hammering the seat time at the moment. He's been to a lot of private hires just recently. I've seen him on pretty much everyone. So yeah, he's obviously got a good boss. So yeah, Craig's car, been getting a pound in, and then just yesterday during the private hire, he was complaining of some sort of weird noise which he thought was a rear top mount, but Stu had a quick look for me and turns out that the fuel tank strap has snapped. These are quite expensive from the dealer. They're about £45 plus of that, and they're about a 6-week wait at the moment. So what we're finding a lot at the moment is that a lot of the older parts of the E36s are starting to become quite difficult to get, so I'm going to have to make something up. So we'll get it up in the air, have a look, see what it needs. Just like to point out the wheel game, brought P1s. I think they're 16s, but it's good choice mate. I've got blocks.
Oh friend! Oh new friend! Oh friend! Please be my friend! Oh friend! Oh friend!
So, let's have a look. Up here. Yeah, so you can see there, broken tank strap. So it happens every now and then. It's probably, it's becoming more common as the cars get rustier, but this is probably the noise that he was hearing. So obviously that is no good. So I'm going to take the strap off and see if I can either repair that one, which I don't think so because it looks quite rusty, or make another one. The other side looks alright, so fix this and then he can do a skid tomorrow. Woo! So here's what's left of the broken tank strap. As you can see, say that as you can see again. As you can see, festival. Start again. So really simple, just bit of wood, made a template shape. There was a bit missing in the middle, so I had to work out the length, measured it off the tank. I've made up this new strap, and I'm then going to weld the original ends onto the strap, and then yeah, it should fit, stick it back in the car. Got a wee shear bolt to deal with, that shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, nice quick repair. Us making this, definitely cheaper and much faster than getting one from BM. Obviously we could have maybe sourced a second hand one, but not in the time frame that we had available, and the second hand ones are always pretty rusty as well. So I used the template, got the bracket welded up, primed, painted and fitted. So nice and simple, nice and neat. So let's just stop the tank falling out, and Craig can get back to smashing in the seat time.
So we've got a customer, Tony the jet skis, E36 coupon. He was doing the last private hire day, and he managed to destroy the gearbox on his car. So we've got it in on the ramp, took the box out and the clutch just to make sure everything's fine. Clutch is fine, we're going to put that back together. There's a broken gearbox, it's basically stuck in gear, so we're going to put another replacement gearbox in that Stu's currently pressure washing, getting all cleaned up so we can put it in. Box has had a nice good pressure wash so it's clean. Now that's to go up there. So Tony's car, he was on a private hire yesterday and on Wednesday, and he happened to have destroyed his gearbox, so we got it in today, stripped the gearbox out, checked the clutch, refitted the clutch because it was fine, fitted another second-hand gearbox in it, and that's all done. I'm going to go and test the car and make sure it's all mint for him.
Next job for me this week is Kev's Compact. We call this the stock rod. This car has done more drift days at Driftland than any other car by a long way, and you can kind of tell by looking at it. So, you know, it looks a bit rough. This is actually a really good spec car. Yeah, very quickly, full cage, obviously seats, harnesses, SLR kit, good wheels, got the lows, BCs all round. Yeah, just really good. We built this car a few years ago, and it's excellent to drive, just really good. It's also the 3 litre M3 engine, the S50. Again, really well maintained. 3 litre S50, it's had everything, oil pump, it's had the bottom end shells done, ERP fasteners, yeah, really good oil cooler in the front, so decent car, and also, ding 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 ding, Lee Smart Racing, LSR radiator, keeping it cool. So it was in because Kev was complaining of a noise that he suspected to be a wheel bearing. So there was a rubbing, weird sort of undescribable noise coming from the front, and it actually turned out to be really simple. This bracket, which is meant to hold on the bumper, but Kev's bumper doesn't have a bracket. Anyway, this bracket, you can see I've actually bolted it in. I think what had happened is Kev had taken an impact on this corner at some point and it's bent the bracket on the wing, and then it's been in the way of the wheel, so it's actually rubbed on the wheel and then pulled it off the car. So hopefully that will be the source of the noise. So I've just got a couple more checks to do, a couple of things to note on the inspection sheet, nothing major, and then yeah, an easy fix.
So here we have is Ross Stark's E36 Compact. It came in for an inspection, and we found a few things wrong with it. One of them being engine mount broken on the near side. Also had slight play in the inner steering arm. We're going to do a power steering fluid service on it as it's leaking. Just in the middle of taking the engine mount off, the broken one, just to give you an idea of how bad it is. You can see there's a bolt missing from there. That's what it's doing. And if you can see right at the back there, the two broken parts that's still attached to the block. So remove the broken engine mount, and the threads were quite bad in there. They'd been like getting chewed up with the bolts coming loose and causing the engine mount to just smash it everywhere. So removed the broken engine mount, chased out the threads, got all cleaned up and that, and now we'll get the new engine mount fitted to it.